Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yahlia Ali. In this incarnation, we are here in one more day of this planetary ascension. I'm going to channel a message. Remember, as always, to only take what resonates and to leave the rest because it is a general message and also a timeless one. So let's see what the experience is reflecting at the present moment. Okay. I am seeing that you want to co-create a certain thing in your reality. It is like you are expecting for certain manifestation, but I am seeing this sense of impatience. I am seeing that whatever this thing is, in first place, it is coming from an emotional need. And also, it has turned into an attachment. So with this, it is important to make this difference because desires are the impulse in our path. Desires, the things that we truly want, they impulse us to evolve, to grow, to allow experiences to transform us. But the thing is that when we are in this attachment to that desire, we start to create the sensation of lack or perhaps the lack of discernment or the sensation that we are not having that we want. And that could be because we have a problem, because I don't know, many things, many programmings. So what I am seeing it is that you really want this situation to work out. You really want this situation to be manifested. And mainly, as I said, it doesn't matter if this is about something that is linked with material reality, material resources, something that you want to experience in your reality that goes beyond relationships. This is something that is truly, that is very connected to your emotions. And that is where you need to put the attention, because those emotions are not going to be fulfilled only by the manifestation of this experience. And probably that's why this thing is not happening yet. Because I think that life right now, it is inviting you to not trying to repress those emotions, not trying to judge them or cover up with something external, but to understand from which space this is coming. Let's suppose that you really want I don't know, a new way of generating resources or or more incomes in your life, a very common desire for many people. So let's suppose that you are, it is a hypothetical situation, but let's suppose that you are wanting this, and this is coming from perhaps a childhood where you didn't have the necessary resources for many things. Perhaps your family went through tough situations. It is a hypothetical situation again. So this desire and this impatience for this desire to be manifested, because I am not saying that the desire is wrong or bad. I am saying that wanting this thing right now, it is coming from a place where you really want to feel appreciated and valued by having that thing. And that's why things aren't actually quite working, because the way that you are investing the energy and the way that you are observing into this experience, it is like more linked with forcing the experience, with feeling disillusionment because the experience it is not showing that thing that you want, and these kind of things. So everything is pushing you to observe those emotional needs and to recognize your value and to embrace yourself. This is something that we can practice many times. In fact, it is very useful, and from my perspective, it is the way that we enable what people call healing. And it is by turning into this inner dialogue and, talking to that inner child, or the part of ourselves that is feeling this lack of appreciation, or this lack of validation, or that doesn't deserve the beautiful things in life, and to talk to that aspect of ourselves with love and compassion, not judging, not not mistreating that part of ourselves because we are feeling as we are feeling. And that is how we can fulfill that emotional need in a core way, which doesn't mean that you don't have to you have to let go of everything, every initiative, or everything that you want to do. On the contrary, this is about taking initiatives, moving into those desires that we are receiving, these impulses, but with the awareness of not doing that because I am not feeling valuable enough, or because we are not feeling enough. It is more like, yeah, I am in this process, and and trying to find the plenitude along the process, because if there is no plenitude along the process, then the result, it is going to be a reflection of that. And also many times this lack of these unmet emotional needs could impulse us to wanting things that aren't actually for us, or aren't actually good for us. So perhaps if there is, I'm going to put another example, if there is a sense of loneliness, and you have met a person that, there are things that you are not feeling quite okay, perhaps not because the person is bad, because perhaps you don't share the same core values, you don't want the same projects of life, the important things, and or that person is not very aware of their own patterns, his or her own patterns, and you have been done a work in yourself, have been doing, a work in yourself. So that those are important things, and you could ignore what you are sensing, perceiving, and intuitively receiving, just because you don't want to be alone anymore, and to cover up that loneliness with the company of a person that actually will reflect in a certain moment that emotional need that you were running off. So this is the thing. That's why it is very important to learn to fulfill that from a core space, and not only to grab things on the outside, another simple example could be, social media, could be food, could be, there are many ways to cover up emotional needs that are not healthy, to use them to cope with those emotions. And well, it is important to be aware of that, so we can make more conscious decisions. And this is what I am feeling right now. There is this impatience, there is this, I really want this, and life is not offering me that. So I think you are going through a process. What the experience is reflecting, it is that it is not that you are not enough, it is not that you are not deserver, it is not that you are not a person that can be lovable. It is that life, it is helping you to recognize that in a true way. And not only because, you have this external validation of the experience, which doesn't mean that you cannot attain your core desires or your highest dreams. But it is part of the process, in fact, to move into those spaces. And also during that process, we realize how many of the things that we perhaps wanted once were actually emerging from these unmet emotional needs, and not actually from something that we truly desire. That's why I am explaining this, because I am seeing that you could go through a process where you don't understand quite well why life is behaving with quotation marks this way. But all of this is to find your own light inside. I am seeing that there could be processes or things that aren't moving forward the way you like it, or you are not feeling that you are moving forward perhaps, but you are doing this. It is just that life, it is not showing itself in the pace that you would like to. And that's different than not moving or not changing. In fact, we cannot, things cannot be stopped. Change, it is part of everything. It is just that the sensation that it makes us feel stagnant, it is that we are moving to the same spaces once and again. So I think if you really change the perception of the experiences right now, if you really can have this dialogue with your soul, about, not feeling punished or by life, or I don't know the expression right now, but it is important to change the perception, because I really feel that you could be experimenting this sense of unfairness. Life is unfair, nothing is going the way that I like to, these kind of things. And that is a form of resistance to what we need to integrate right now. We can all go through that, but it is important to return to ourselves so we can enable the vessel. The vessel is ourselves, the vessel to receive information that actually gives sense to the experiences that we are going through. And if we are closing ourselves with our own perceptions, life is unfair, everything is suffering, I don't have what I want, well, actually, that comes from this wounded inner child, and we are closing the vessel, this capacity to receive this light and this information that can change, actually, the whole perception of everything. And perception is so much important. It's very, very important, because from perception we can really change our biology, the way that we are feeling in our body. And that also changes our reality, because as much as we are setting different connections in our brain, we are going to look for things that are resonating with that we are emitting. So it is a very beautiful process, but at times it could be challenging. Okay, I am going to end this video here. Thank you everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.